This is once again another impromptu video that is going out to the person I despise the most in NASCAR, and that, you guessed it, Kyle Busch. We all saw what happened on Sunday, and I'm royally pissed. I can't believe anyone, including his fans, well, I'm not surprised his fans are backing him up on this, but anyone remotely as a fan of the sport shouldn't be defending this guy's actions and what he said to the crowd after he won that race. We all saw how he won it, and I'm just very irked. People are like, oh, that was just hard racing, this and that. And I'm like, intentionally dumping someone isn't hard racing. That's just intentionally trying to wreck somebody. Veteran versus young driver. Who's going to prevail there? He tried to spin out Larson. Well, he did. Tried to wreck him, but Larson managed to get his car back moving forward and still finish second. How? I don't know. But that's the dirt racer in him. So, and Busch was surprised that he managed to pull that off. Only because he just wanted to wreck somebody to win, just like his teammate Hamlin, who I'm still pissed at for you know what last year. So, what he said after he won and NBC was like interviewing him. So I don't understand why people are whining and this and that. And if you don't like this kind of racing, then don't watch. I'm like, you don't say that to people, especially fans who are booing you because they don't freaking like you. This is why, because you say stupid shit all the fucking time. Excuse my language, but holy shit. You don't say that on national television in front of a huge crowd like that. You don't say don't watch if you don't like this kind of racing. It was not the racing that pissed him off. It's your freaking attitude and the fact that you won because you're an asshat. Ugh. And another thing is doing this and acting like a child doesn't make you look any better. People are like, oh, he's so good for the sport. We need this, need that. He's not good for the sport. He knows that he's like one of the most hated people, one of the most hated drivers in the sport. Because, one, he can never accept that he loses a race and blames everybody, including his pit crew or everyone else around him except for himself. If he wrecks someone on purpose, he'll blame the other driver. Like he did with Larson. He blamed Larson for God knows what. Even when he won, he blamed Larson. I'm like, are you kidding? It does not make sense. And plus, his fans royally piss me off too. Majority of them, not all of them, but majority of them act just like their favorite driver. Just like him. Big, fat babies. In their mind, it's okay to bash other drivers and call them names. But when someone who's not a fan of Busch comes at them and says anything remotely negative about not liking him, they just throw bad names and curse words at you and think they're getting their point across and think he's like the holy mighty one of NASCAR and think he's the greatest person to ever live in the sport when he's not. You still got Jimmy Johnson, who is literally the best driver of this era, hands down. You can't compete with that. His stats speak volumes. You can't beat his stats right now. Kyle Busch is not even close to being where Jimmy Johnson is or where Jeff Gordon is. Jeff Gordon has 93 wins, 4 championships. Yes, Busch may have won all active tracks, but he still has not won as much as Jimmy has. Jimmy might not be the fastest car on track at the moment, or hardly ever, and still wins races. He's still in his prime, and he's 41 years old, 41, 42, and he's still winning races. Hasn't won a race this season yet, but he is still competing at a good level. Yeah, Hendrick is not up to par yet, but they're going through a transition period where they got 2 new young drivers, a new car, aero body, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, you got 1 veteran driver on the team who has won a race, and the other 3 are trying to win their first. The second driver has been for not even 3 seasons yet, and people are giving him crap for not winning. But people don't realize, and a comment was made from an analyst. I don't remember who it was, but they say it's really, I think it was Dale Jarrett, said it's really hard to win in this sport, especially competing against guys like Harvick, Busch, and all the veterans of the sport who are constantly running up front. And I'll just throw Jimmy Johnson in there too, because he's one of the best. Just saying. And Chase has been consistent for 2.5 seasons already, competing against the best. He may not be running up front right this second, but he's going to be, and he's going to be a threat every single week in no time. People compare him to Larson. I'm like, there's no comparison, because Larson's been in Cup Series longer than Chase has, 2 or 3 years more than Chase has. Of course, Larson's going to have wins, and Chase is still working on his first. It's not a big deal. It's just still the beginning of his career, in the Cup Series. So, anyway, back to what I was saying before I derailed. Busch's fans think it's okay to bash other drivers, but when they feel threatened and we talk any crap about Busch, they throw just curse words and hateful things, just evil things towards you, and think they're making their point. When someone bashes my driver, I'd be like, oh, bless your heart. And I throw some facts their way and leave it at that. And I don't bring any bad names in the mix. I don't say, oh, they're just butthurt haters. And like a comment I read earlier today, all the butthurt haters need to get over it. I'm like, or we just don't like your driver. That's one thing. Because someone posted a picture of someone being at Little Caesars, one of Chase's sponsors, and had that, you know how those have cardboard cutouts of people? They had a cardboard cutout of Chase, and someone's like, Kyle Busch makes everything better. I don't know, he put a Kyle Busch hat over the top of it and took a picture of it. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. That was so damn dumb. I'm sorry, but I am... Hey, get down. Sorry, I am dog sitting. But Kyle Busch fans are the biggest hypocrites on planet Earth. They think it's okay to bash our everyone else's driver, but it's not okay for anyone else to hate on theirs. So, I don't know. I'm always a fan of a team or driver that people just hate to hate for no damn reason. People hate Chase because they're, honestly, I think they're jealous. And they just never have a perfectly good reason for not liking him. They just make up excuses of, oh, he's a crybaby. He's living off daddy's name. I'm like, if he was living off daddy's name, he wouldn't be in the sport. He wouldn't be in the, well, I wouldn't say he wouldn't be in the sport. He just wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But his daddy didn't drive the car for him to get to this point. Yes, his dad, Bill may have helped him a bit, but Chase did the work. He put in the effort. He got the performance and got sponsors and this and that. So he wasn't handed everything on a silver platter, because before his Xfinity days, he didn't have a sponsor before that, before his rookie season. And Napa came on board at the last second. So, and people was like, oh, he needs to be driving a Ford. I'm like, newsflash, people, Ford didn't want him. No, they did not want him. So Hendrick jumped on board and signed him at like, what, 13, 15, as a teenager, like a 14, 15-year-old kid, as a developmental driver. And now look where he is. He's in the top series, running with the big guys, getting good finishes, winning poles, and contending for wins. But he hasn't won yet, but he's going to be around a long time, bugging the shit out of you people. Just saying. He's going to be bugging the shit out of you people for a long, long time. Even Denny Hamlin said he's going to be around a long time. Even though he hasn't won yet, he's going to be around for a while. And they're going to have to deal with him. That's basically what Denny said. Because they were talking about how he's going to be the next most popular driver. Literally every driver has said he is going to be the next most popular driver. And I'm like, yes. So, that's that. I was just royally pissed at people defending Kyle Busch's actions. Plus, I need people to stop telling me to not hate on him and just accept him for who he is. I'm like, I'm not going to accept his actions. I'm not going to think him cursing and doing these motions like a crying baby towards the camera is okay, and making excuses and showing his son like, oh, it's okay to wreck someone on purpose to win a race, and then makes excuses about it. So, just saying. It just pisses me off that people still defend him and tell me I need to stop hating when it's my life. I've not liked him since he started in Cup, because his attitude has not changed since he started his Cup career. So, I didn't like him when he was driving for Hendrick, and I still don't like him now. I hate all JGR drivers because they all act the same. Just the two drivers I hate the most, Hamlin and Busch. They're like right there. Top of my list. So, that's all I have to say. I'm heated and I'm hyper because I had coffee. So, alright. I'm done. We're going to, where are we going next? Daytona. And my boy Chase is running the Hooters car finally for the first time this season. And I wish he'd drive that car more, because I love that car. I saw that car, well, not the exact car, but the Hooters car when he drove the 24 last year, and it was awesome. So, I saw that Phoenix. So, almost won, but he didn't. It was sad. But he's running the Hooters car at Daytona, running Xfinity again, double duty weekend. So, that's that. I'm excited. And I'm going to a baseball game on Saturday, so I'm going to miss the race, but I'm going to have it recorded. I'll watch the Xfinity race on Friday and all that. So, happy 4th of July. And be safe. And don't do anything stupid.